Here in the States, it's usually bigger is better, but every once in a while you see some really cool, smaller, compact cars, including this little Honda Acti truck. Fondly known as like the Honda Key truck. This one's an Acti. It's a little tiny, how can I say, workhorse. It's meant to be a vehicle used that charges very little fuel and does a lot of workload. But this one here is kind of cool. It's been heavily modified and customized by the owner, and it definitely grabbed my attention when I was walking outside here at SEMA 2023. Let's have a look out here. So the front bumper's kind of had some work done. It's got a little custom grille as well as 4 inserted headlamps or fog lights. The coolest part is this little kind of crash bar, very similar to what we use in drifting to limit the damage to the bodywork. He's brought it all the way down. It similarly looks to the MK1 Golf lip, but it's a crash bar. It's made out of steel and it incorporates another 2 fog lights right at the rear. Nice little key touches. So the interior is kind of basic and like kept to the minimum. It's got a bucket seat in the front driver's side, and it's got a half a bucket seat in the passenger side. It's got a nice sports steering wheel, but it's not littered too much with too many dials and stuff. It's got the original dial. It's got a sort of a race dial here, which I presume would be his RPM counter. Just nice, clean and tidy. Now at the back, there's a whole bunch going on, and I've got to show you how much detail is being worked out in the back. Come through. So first and foremost, you can see it's got a nice BMX tied to the boot. It's got a custom rail where the bike slides into and gets locked down so it doesn't fall out. And then it's got a whole bunch of hydros. So the air setup is massively popular back home in South Africa, as it is here in the States, but this gentleman decided to go with the old school hydros, made popular in lowriders back in the 90s. It's got a whole bunch of actuators. It's got one central collector for the oil. It's got these individual aluminum taps which look really, really cool. And then it's got 2 sets of oil shock absorbers that work simultaneously on the sides here.
It's an awesome build. Love the suspension work. It's totally wild, something different. At the end of the game, we try to get these K vehicles as low. I've done some work on one, got it slammed. Not as far as this one though. I love it.
And because it's so small, it just makes it the cutest little vehicle ever. So the red candy paint really makes this little Honda Key vehicle pop out. And if you've ever known anybody who sprayed candy paint, you know how difficult it is to achieve a flawless look. This one's been done 10 out of 10, man. Hit it out of the ballpark. So he's got a wide body kit that is fabricated obviously by itself. Most wide body kits are made out of fiberglass. I get the really, really good impression that this one is actually metal fabricated, which gives this car a whole different look. Very angular, very aggressive, and super cool. Another little thing that I got to point out, instead of going with an alloy wheel like an aftermarket mag or a forged wheel, this gentleman decided to go with an old school lowrider Dayton sort of looking wire wheel, which just sets this little Honda apart.
It's an amazing build. I'm not normally into the smaller frame vehicles like this. Normally I'm into muscle cars, but this one is definitely impressive. The air ride suspension system is just top notch. I love the status, racing seats, those are top notch. The red, I love the red. The color, it's amazing.
So this is one of the smallest Honda trucks and smallest vehicles available on viewing here at SEMA 2023, but there's a lot more to explore. So let's get to it. We're out here at Vorsteiner stand at the SEMA show Las Vegas, and I just found me a sweet Gunther Werks 911, and she's absolutely beautiful. And a little secret, she's pretty much made completely out of carbon fiber. Come check this out. Let's start at the rear of this absolute beaut. Signature Gunther Werks rear LED light setup. It's got a little ducktail, which I personally appreciate. And if you zoom in closer, which I suggest you do round about now, you will see that this whole 911 is covered, or basically made from carbon fiber panels, which makes this car extremely light and extremely desirable.
When you have a lower weight, then you can do more stuff with the car to make it faster. You have a better weight to power distribution, and you have less unsprung weight.
It's enhanced by some nice candy paint in purple, and the interior is absolutely perfect. So if you move over to the insides, you've got two nice bucket seats. Once again, man, carbon fiber eyeless. Strictly business, doesn't look too comfortable, but when you're riding a 911 really hard around the corners, who needs comfortability? You just need safety. Windscreen's cut pretty low. Love the design going through the center. Just absolutely stunning, man. Come through closer to the front. What's really nice is the little details that you have to go and search and look for. The inside of the headlamp has a whole bunch of aluminium accents, not plastic, aluminium machined metal, which gives this car, you know, that expensive taste, that, what do you call it? Stylish flavor.
The purple with the carbon is crazy combo, and the metallic on the purple, like a lighter pink, is nice hit.
Obviously, being at the Vorsteiner stand, he's running on a set of custom Vorsteiner wheels, which got a nice carbon fiber lip. It's tried to replicate the old Fuchs wheels with an updated look and design. As you can see, this whole rim is carbon fiber barreled, and then it's a two-piece inside. Running on a nice set of Continentals. The more I stand next to this car, the more I have to admire the carbon fiber absolutely everywhere. This car must be much lighter than the original, and it must be really nimble around the corner. As you can see, those little aluminium machined pits just add a whole bunch of expensive flavor. It just makes the car feel really good, really expensive, and really unique in so many ways. I can only imagine myself cruising down Santa Monica in something like this on a Sunday afternoon with my girl riding shotgun. That's pinstriping. It's done by hand.
No matter how much you charge, you'll never get what you put in, guaranteed.
Airbrush artistry.
For tuning accessories and more on the local scene, AutoStyle has you covered.